Mr. Lumada. He will be starting soon. Oh, story time with Mr. Lumada, where all your dreams come true. Oh, he brings to life your favorite stories with a great big smile. You won't leave lonely. Won't you start all the reading? I just can't wait to be hearing story time with Mr. Lumada. He will be starting soon. Oh, story time with Mr. Lumada, where all your dreams come true. Oh, he brings to life your favorite stories with a great big smile. You won't leave lonely. Won't you start all the reading? I just can't wait to be hearing.
Good morning, and welcome to Storytime. Thank you so much for joining me today. Happy Wednesday wherever you are, and I hope that you had a lovely start to your day. Missed you all yesterday, but was watching with you for sure. Got to replay one from 2 years ago. That's crazy to think that it's been that long since we've had Anika Ross-Reese here on Storytime with us. Hopefully she comes back soon, because there's been many books since, so I hope that we can have her back here and get to read another of her fantastic books. And so I hope that you had a lovely Halloween. Hopefully not too crazy where you are. And just thinking too, as we're going through that if you're looking for something to read, find, hide, and don't seek from your local library. It is a good one indeed, and you can get to enjoy those page turners, but also definitely ones that will have you covering your head under the blanket for sure. So join in for this one. Find it at your local library and get to enjoy it. Thank you so much for joining us here on Storytime. And if you missed yesterday's Storytime, we'll go back and get a little bit of spook. Thank you so much for joining in here on Storytime. And then there's this one too that we have, which is Spooky Sleuth and Soul. And this one has also it's a collection of stories, scary stories. So please find it at your local library and get to enjoy it for sure. It's been fun for me reading these at this time, and just quick short stories and enjoying them, and even for me getting a little fright from some of them. So I hope that you can find it and enjoy it if it's your cup of tea for sure. Thank you so much for joining us here on Storytime. Today we bring back a Storytime favorite from a good friend of Storytime, Kim TOMSIC, and it is illustrated by HADLEY HOOPER, and this one is called The Elephants Come Home, a true story of 7 elephants, 2 people, and 1 extraordinary friendship. Yeah, this is coming to us very shortly. So get ready, get comfortable, get cozy, and get to enjoy this story. And you remember we brought it here on Storytime before, but bringing it back so we can enjoy. Thank you so much for joining us here on Storytime. How is it where you are out here in Oakland? It's been interesting. Mornings have been pretty cold, I think, and then it gets warmer through the day. So be sure to wear something that you could still wear out there. There's times I've made mistakes, put on a t-shirt that I cannot then wear on its own at work, for example, and then I'm stuck being in a sweatshirt. So just be sure you have you're able to take the layers off. And what you have underneath is also works as an outer layer. Thank you so much for joining us here on Storytime. Who is here this morning? Thank you for being here, wherever you're joining us from, whether you're joining us live right now, thank you for that. And if you're joining us later for the recordings, well, thank you for that as well. I'm glad you could make it work. I'm glad that Storytime could still be here for you. Thank you so much for joining us here. Good morning from a cold and cloudy Kentucky. We had our first frost last night. I'm not visiting you anymore. I was talking to my sister as well out in Montreal, and for sure too, they had their first snow, and she was sending pictures. Like, yep, nope. See you in May. See you in May, maybe June. Thank you so much for joining us. And yeah, please do stay warm. And I hope that this story today that we have, definitely one that will warm the heart. I hope that it does just that for you. Thank you so much for being here with us on Storytime. Ari and Megan, thank you for joining us here on Storytime. Indeed, always a pleasure having you here with us. Good morning to you, Erin, out in Chile, Massachusetts. Erin was a ferocious dinosaur for Halloween. Yes, love it. What type of dinosaur were you? Thank you so much for joining in Storytime, and I hope you had fun. I hope you went there out there, dinosaur, and gobbled up all that candy and everything else that you could pick up, right? Thank you so much for joining in Storytime today. I hope you had fun. Sounds like you had fun. Thank you for being here. Erin out in Massachusetts. And of course, good morning to you as well, Tara McNamara. Thank you so much for joining us here on Storytime. Absolutely love it. Good morning to you, Kathy. Thank you for joining in. Luna is excited to watch the story later. Thank you indeed, Luna. Sending you hugs. I hope that you enjoy the story indeed later on. Thank you for being here. Good morning to you, Kathy, and you say good morning to everybody else that is joining in as well. Thank you for being here with us. Well, we do have a lot of people with us here today. Great family out here on Storytime. Yes, we're former dinosaurs, I hear. There's Frost somewhere. Oh my goodness. Everything is here today on Storytime. Well, thank you so much for joining us. Please get ready, get cozy, get comfortable as we'll be getting started with our story. The elephants come home. I always want to say came home. No, the elephants come home. This one is a true story of 7 elephants, 2 people, and 1 extraordinary friendship. Thank you so much for joining us. Please get ready, get comfortable, get cozy. I will see you on the other side of this short break when we're back for our story for today. The elephants come home. Thank you for joining in.
This is Anika Mrose-Reese, author of The Teacher's Pet, Watch Out for Wolf, Love Sophia on the Moon, the Anna Banana chapter book series, and Hide and Don't Seek and other very scary stories. And you are watching Storytime with Mr. LaMotta.
Welcome back indeed. Thank you so much. If you did miss Anika Mrose-Reese here on Storytime yesterday for the recorded session, well, I hope that you can go back to the archives and catch it and just enjoy the conversation that we had talking about her writing process and, of course, where the inspiration for the amazing Hide and Don't Seek comes from. Thank you so much for joining in Storytime. And, of course, too, she's given us Love Sophia on the Moon, which we read here on Storytime. Another great conversation that we had together, and so many other books. So do check them out at your local library. Anika Mrose-Reese. And here we go. The elephants come home. This one is written by Kim TOMSIC, illustrations by HADLEY HOOPER. We are reading it with permission of the publishers, Chronicle Books of San Francisco. Thank you indeed to them. This, a true story of 7 elephants, 2 people, and 1 extraordinary friendship. Here we go. And has really the most stunning illustrations that you can find around. Yeah. Look at that. I want to be there. But that's the beauty of books. We get to be there. Oh. The elephants come home. A true story. 7 elephants, 2 people, and 1 extraordinary friendship. Written by Kim TOMSIC, illustrations by HADLEY HOOPER, and we're reading this one with permission of the publishers, Chronicle Books of San Francisco. The elephants come home. And as Kim mentioned there, be proud of your herd. Yes. And I hope that you do have a herd around you that protects you, that loves you, and they're just always looking out for the best for you. This is Lawrence. He loves animals. Yeah. This is Francoise. She loves Lawrence. And this is Max. Hi, Lawrence. Hi, Francoise. Hi, Max. This is Lawrence. He loves animals. This is Francoise. She loves Lawrence. And this is Max. Max looks so happy, doesn't he? Oh. And this is Thula Thula, a farmhouse, a garden, a swimming pool, and 11,000 acres of African bush, savanna, and forest. Wow. If you've not been, put it on your list. Southern Africa is one place to visit for sure. And this is Thula Thula, a farmhouse, a garden, a swimming pool, and 11,000 acres of African bush, savanna, and forest. Around Thula Thula stretch miles and miles of fences so the rhinos can splash in the river. The impala, Cape buffalo, and zebra can graze the savanna. Even the crocodiles at the Gwala Gwala Dam can swim in peace. Yeah, there is no hunting at Thula Thula.
I'm not sure I understand.
Oh, wow, Siri. You don't have to understand right now. Oh, wow. Siri wanting to read the story today. Around Thula Thula stretch miles and miles of fences so the rhinos can splash in the river. The impala, Cape buffalo, and zebra can graze the savanna. Even the crocodiles at the Gwala Gwala Dam can swim in peace. There is no hunting at Thula Thula. Mm-mm. When spitting snakes creep into the farmhouse kitchen, Lawrence uses a soft broom to skirt them outside. When bark spiders weave webs between the patio furniture, Francoise tiptoes around them. And when monkeys steal cheese from Francoise and treats from Max, well, it's a monkey's job to find food, so nobody scolds them. Yeah. One day, a lady telephones. Lawrence, she says, will you adopt a herd of angry elephants? Angry? Lawrence asks. They've been bullied and hunted, the lady says. Now they roar at the ranges and crash our fences. Folks are frightened the herd might stampede through the town. The village chief says it's a matter of safety. The herd must leave or be shot. Whoa. Lawrence has never taken care of elephants, but he says yes, they may come to Thula Thula. Elephants are welcome here at Thula Thula. To prepare for their arrival, he builds a boma, a wide corral with a strong fence where the elephants can live while they get used to their new home. He repairs broken spots in the outer fence. Then he posts signs reminding the neighboring Zulu villages, no hunting. getting ready to welcome the elephants. Meanwhile, the elephants ride in a trailer past sycamore figs and acacia trees, beyond the Umfolosi swamp, and along the Nseleni River. They bump over 1, 2, 3 railway tracks, and then down a dirt path where a sign points the way to Thula Thula. The elephants come. It's been quite the journey, but they're here. The elephants are home. Down the ramp stomps the herd's leader, Nana. Then Little Mandla, Big Frankie, and 4 others. Down the ramp stomps the herd's leader, Nana. Then Little Mandla. Then Big Frankie. And 4 others. They look at the unfamiliar farmhouse. Its swimming pool and the boma. They look at the strangers, Lawrence, Francoise, and the rangers. Right away, the elephants pound their hooves and trumpet angrily. They're naughty, the rangers complain. They are nervous, Lawrence says. Wouldn't you be if you moved far from your home? Wouldn't you be if you moved far from your home? They're nervous. They're not naughty. Everyone holds a breath and waits. Finally, the elephants calm their noses and tromp into the boma. Getting there. Yes, everyone holds a breath and waits. Finally, the elephants calm their noises. Did I say noses? Calm their noises and tromp into the boma. That night, while Lawrence and Francois sleep, Nana and Frankie heave their heads against a giant tamboti tree. They push and shove until the tree topples and smashes the boma fence. The elephants bulldoze forward and use their bodies to break the outer fence. Crash! The herd marches out of Thula Thula. Where are you going? The herd marches out of Thula Thula. Remember how they broke down the fence, right? Oh, at sunrise, a worker cries, "The elephants are gone! Oh no!" Francoise and Max look by the Gwala Gwala Dam. Nothing. Lawrence looks for the herd by the Nseleni River. Word spreads and others look for them too. Hunters. Oh no. Danger waits for the elephants outside the safety of Thula Thula. Oh. This is not looking good. At sunrise, a worker cries, "The elephants are gone! Oh no!" Lawrence looks for the herd by the Nseleni River. Nothing. Francoise and Max look by the Gwala Gwala Dam. Still nothing. Word spreads and others look for them. Others look for them too. Hunters. Danger waits for the elephants outside the safety of Thula Thula. Lawrence's friend Peter has a helicopter and searches the thick jungle from the sky. Eureka! He spots the elephants in a grove of acacia trees. Still, the emergency isn't over. He has to convince the elephants to turn around fast. They are walking closer and closer to dangerous territory. Turn around, elephants, turn around. Peter zooms close to the elephants over and over again, trying to herd them away. The elephants are unimpressed, but finally, inch by inch, the elephants turn back to Thula Thula. Did Peter's efforts work? Inch by inch, elephants turn back to Thula Thula. Back in the bomber, the elephants bellow, throw dust, and flatten their ears. Oh, what does that mean? They are dangerous, say the rangers. They are sad, says Francoise. They are still scared, says Lawrence. Yes. Back in the bomber, the elephants bellow and throw dust and flatten their ears. They are dangerous, says the rangers. Say the rangers. They are sad, says Francoise. They are still scared, says Lawrence. The herd approaches the repaired bomber fence, ready to knock it down again, but Lawrence stands in front of them. Nana, Lawrence says, please don't go. If you leave, you, your baby, and your herd will be hurt. Nana curls her trunk and lifts her ears. Maybe you're worried about this new home and tired from the journey, Lawrence says. But if you rest, I will take care of you. I will live with you by the day and camp with you by the night. I will stay with you, and you will not be alone. Nana meets Lawrence's eyes for a moment. Then she turns away from the fence and leads the herd into the bomber's brush. The elephants stay. Phew. Lawrence builds a tent, and he and Max camp by the bomber. He sings to the elephants during the day and tells them stories at night. Nothing like a good story, right? Lawrence builds a tent, and he and Max camp by the bomber. He sings to the elephants during the day and tells them stories at night. Soon, the elephant's cranky behavior changes to ear flopping, herd waggling, and trumpeting. What does it mean? Francoise asks. They are happy, Lawrence says. Oh. Yay. Progress. They are happy, Lawrence says. Lawrence and Nana get to know each other. They walk together and talk together. Lawrence with his words, Nana with comfortable rumbles. One morning, Nana does something very special. She reaches her trunk through the gate and pats Lawrence's stomach. It's a sign of friendship. Lawrence knows he can trust the elephants now. At last, he opens the bomber gates wide so the elephants can explore the pastures, rivers, and thickets of Thula Thula. The herd wanders off into the hills. They will graze the savannas They will splash and play. They are home. Lawrence and Max move back into the house, and the elephants stroll to the lawn for regular visits. Nana likes eating from Francois' garden, swimming in the pool, and clumping on the porch to pat Lawrence's stomach. Oh. And whenever Lawrence goes away, somehow the herd knows the exact moment of his return. They always come to the house just in time to welcome him home. Oh. Yes. And whenever Lawrence goes away, somehow the herd knows the exact moment of his return. They always come to the house just in time to welcome him home. Years go by, and the elephants spend more and more time far away in the part of Thula Thula where the best acacia trees grow. A 12-hour journey from Lawrence and Francoise' house. Lawrence and Francoise continue to live in the farmhouse, spitting snakes, tiptoeing around webs, and loving Max. Francois' garden grows lush, and Lawrence's beard speckles with gray. The rhinos splash in the river, the Cape buffaloes graze the savannah, and the crocodiles at the Guala Guala Dam swim in peace. Every few years, Nana and the herd come for a visit. Then, one sunny summer day, Lawrence dies. Somehow, deep in the brush of Thula Thula, the elephants know. One sunny summer's day, Lawrence dies. And somehow, deep in the forest, in the brush of Thula Thula, the elephants know. They begin their trek toward Lawrence's home that very day. They journey past the Nsaleni River and by the sycamore figs, across the savannah and beyond the Guala Guala Dam. They walk a long way. They walk and they walk. The elephants come. They walk and they walk. The elephants come. Francoise looks out her window as the herd forms a circle around the house. The elephants look at Francoise, make soft rumbles, and bow their heads. They spend the next 3 days there. The elephants live with Francoise by day and camp with her by night. They stay with her, and she is not alone. No. Yes. They stay with her by day and camp with her by night. They stay with her, and she is not alone. And that is the end of our story. And I won't read the author's note of the acknowledgements at the back, but just want to show you this picture here. You can see there's Lawrence with the picture with the Land Rover at the bottom there, and Nana. And there to the top picture, Nana and family too. But yeah, that is the end of our story today, and that one is called The Elephants Come Home. A true story of 7 elephants, 2 people, and 1 extraordinary friendship. Thank you so much for joining in Storytime today. I hope you enjoyed it. I'll catch you on the other side of this very short break. Thank you so much for being here with us on Storytime.
Hi, everyone. My name is Amanda Davis. I am the author of Moonlight Memories.
Hi, my name is Michelle Jing Chan, and I'm the illustrator for Moonlight Memories.
Moonlight Memories releases on June 13th with Worthy Kids, # book group.
The story follows a young girl named Piper who is dealing with grief after losing her mom. Her dad gifts her a telescope, and she begins to use this to see patterns in the stars, which she transforms into sketches and drawings of memories with her mom. Through this story, Piper learns how to find healing and to process her emotions through the beauty of creativity and the arts.
And the text was inspired by my own personal experience with the loss of my father when I was young. I used art and writing as a tool to help process and heal, and I didn't know it at the time, but it was providing me with comfort and still does to this day, comfort and healing and calm.
For the illustrations, I also drew upon my own experiences with grief and the experience of losing my grandmother. I was really drawn to the whimsical language Amanda uses in the manuscript and how she's able to portray difficult emotions such as grief in such a beautiful and whimsical way.
And we are so excited to be coming to Storytime with Mr. Lamata on June 15th. We can't wait to see you there and talk more about the book. So we will see you then. Thanks, everybody.
Thank you.
Bye.
Welcome back. Thank you, indeed. And as you know by this time, too, that we've had Michelle Jing Chang and Amanda Davis here on Storytime reading their book, Midnight Memories. And so if you've not seen that, please go back into the archives and get to enjoy that visit with us here. Thank you so much for joining in Storytime. And just going through, rereading some of the parts in this beautiful book, The Elephants Come Home. A story, a true story of 7 elephants, 2 people, and 1 extraordinary friendship. Thank you so much for joining in here on Storytime today. I hope that you enjoyed that one. Definitely a book that is just, full of love. And we can see too that friendship takes a lot to build, right? It takes a lot to build, and we have to build that trust. We have to build that love, and that be support systems for each other for sure. Thank you so much for joining us here on Storytime. I hope you enjoyed it. That one comes from our very good friend here at Storytime, Kim TOMSIC, and it is illustrated by HADLEY HOOPER, and we were reading it with permission of the publishers, Chronicle Books of San Francisco. Thank you so much for joining us here on Storytime. Tomorrow, we're back with another exciting story, and we bring back another Storytime favorite. This one is called If You Look Up to the Sky. This one is written by a good friend here at Storytime, Angela Dalton, and it is illustrated by Margarita Sikoskaya. So please do join us for this one, and come on out for another heartwarming book. Do join us tomorrow. If You Look Up to the Sky, this one coming to you tomorrow. Thank you so much for joining us here on Storytime, and as always, a big thank you to all the publishers, all the creators who allow us to share so many wonderful books here on Storytime. Thank you for being here. I hope that you have a lovely day. I'll see you again tomorrow. I hope to see you again tomorrow here on Storytime, whether live or indeed you're joining us later on. Thank you indeed for joining us, friends. Absolutely appreciate each and every one of you. One more time, Megan, thank you for joining us. And of course, Ari out in cold and cloudy Kentucky today. Thank you so much for joining us. And you say we had our first frost last night. Well, please do stay warm. Thank you so much for joining us here on Storytime. Sending you extra warm hugs today so you can power through that cold. Thank you so much for joining us here on Storytime. Good morning to you one more time. Erin out in chilly Massachusetts today. Thank you so much for joining in. And of course, Tara McNamara, thank you so much for joining us here on Storytime. And sounds like a fun night last night. Well, I hope you enjoyed it. Erin was a ferocious dinosaur for Halloween. Thank you so much for joining us here on Storytime. Absolutely love it. Thank you for being here. And of course, talking Halloween, if you're looking for something to read, well, hide and don't seek. And other scary stories from Annika Rose Reese is here. Find it at your local library and get to enjoy that one. And of course, there's Spooky, Sleuth, and Solve. Find this one as well at your local library. Thank you so much for joining in Storytime. Absolutely appreciate you. And of course, Kathy Kidd, thank you so much for joining us here on Storytime. And Luna joining us later on. Well, thank you for being here. I hope that you have a wonderful rest of your day. This has been Storytime for today. This has been Storytime with a beautiful story. This has been Storytime, yes, reading one from Hadley Hooper and of course, Kim TOMSIC and Chronicle Books of San Francisco. Thank you so much for joining us. I hope to see you again tomorrow for more Storytime. Thank you for being here, friends. Much love from me, and I'll catch you again. Bye-bye.
Storytime with Mr. Lamada. He will be starting soon. Oh, story time with Mr. Lamada, where all your dreams come true. Oh, he brings to life your favorite stories with a great big smile. You won't leave lonely, won't you start all the reading? I just can't wait to be hearing story time with Mr. Lamada. He will be starting soon. Oh, story time with Mr. Lamada, where all your dreams come true. Oh, he brings to life your favorite stories with a great big smile. You won't leave lonely, won't you start all the reading? I just can't wait to be hearing. Story time with Mr. Lamada. He will be starting soon. Oh. Story time with Mr. Lamada, where all your dreams come true. Oh. He brings to life your favorite stories with a great big smile. You won't live lonely, won't you start all the reading? We just can't wait to be hearing. Brings to life your favorite stories with a great big smile. You won't live lonely, won't you start all the reading? We just can't wait to be hearing.